Hi, I'm Elise and I'm a physiotherapist here at Mountbatten Hospice, and I'm going to talk about ways that you can manage your breathlessness. Breathlessness can be really unpleasant and difficult to live with, but there are things that you can do to help reduce how much it affects your daily life. Learning and practicing some breathing techniques can really help. It's a good idea to practice them initially when you are feeling calm and relaxed and not overly breathless. That way, when you do become breathless, you're going to feel much more confident with them. It's also a good idea to practice them regularly as part of your daily routine, so that gradually, over time, you're going to be really confident with them and begin to feel more like you're in control of your breathing and less like your breathing is controlling you. I'm going to start with a technique known as controlled breathing, or sometimes diaphragmatic breathing. So often what people find when they become breathless is that they begin taking lots of short, shallow breaths from up at the top of their chest and their shoulders. And what happens when you breathe like this is that you hyperinflate your lungs and you fill them up and up and up with lots of air, and you don't give your lungs a chance to empty all of the stale air out. So what you need to do is get yourself into a really nice, comfortable position, well supported in an upright chair. Some people find it helps to place a small roll or a cushion in the small of their back, which just helps to open the chest up a little bit. Really make sure that your shoulders and neck are relaxed and not tense. And it can really help to place your hands on the bottom of your ribs and your tummy so that you can feel where the movement's coming from. So you need to focus on breathing in and making sure that your shoulders stay relaxed and the upper portion of your chest stays still, and all of the movement comes from the bottom of your ribs and your tummy. Okay, so let's try that. Place your hands on your abdomen and take a breath in, focusing on the movement coming from the bottom of your ribs. So breathe in and out. In and out. It's also important with this to try and make sure that your out breath is longer than your in breath, ideally twice as long. So breathe in and out. In and out. Another technique which you can use as well as your controlled breathing is known as pursed lip breathing. You use it as you breathe out to help keep your airways nice and open, to slow down your breathing and to really help empty out your lungs. What you need to do is imagine that you're blowing out a candle or trying to whistle. So like this. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, purse your lips. Some people find using a fan can really help to slow down their breathing as well, because as the cold air hits the nerve endings in your face, it sends a message to your brain just to slow down your breathing just a little. If you're still struggling to slow down your breathing and get that out breath twice as long as your in breath, then a technique you could try is known as rectangle breathing. For this, you need to either imagine or look at something rectangular in shape. So, for example, a window, your television, or a picture hanging on your wall. So I'm going to use this picture here. So what you need to do is imagine that the shorter side is your in-breath and the long side is your out-breath. And you don't need to worry too much about how fast you're breathing. You just need to really work on getting your in-breath half as long as your out-breath. So breathe in, up the short side, and then out along the long side. Breathe in and out. It's really important that you don't let your breathlessness stop you from being as active as possible. Often, people who experience breathlessness avoid activities which they know are going to make them feel more breathless, and they become less and less active. Over time, the large muscles in your arms and legs will weaken, and weak muscles are less efficient and need more oxygen to work. And so, over time, you will become more weak and more breathless. This is preventable and partially reversible by doing some specific exercises. Information and examples of exercises that you can do to help improve your breathlessness can be found on our page about physical activity. A technique you can use to help keep your breathing smooth and easier when carrying out physical activity is known as blow as you go. It's really important when you're trying to do a task which is quite difficult for you that you don't hold your breath. You need to blow out as you perform the task. So for example, as you step up a step, blow out. As you reach up to lift an object off of a shelf, blow out. As you bend down to do up your shoelace, blow out. I hope you found that useful. If you feel you'd like any further information about managing your breathlessness, as well as managing anxiety related to breathlessness, managing your fatigue or physical activity, then please have a look on our website where you'll find lots and lots of useful information.